Please, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna, this morning class on Srimad Bhagavatam will be given by His Grace Kalacakra Krishna Prabhu.
Depends on the height of the. Okay, so need to.
Is okay or should I remove?
This is actually
Not required.
it's okay, but can either way it's fine. Prabhu, can I get 11th canto first volume? 11th canto first volume. Where is your brother? Coming, huh? Nice. Prabhu Kartal. Let's start, huh? Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Vrajajanaranjana Jaya Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Chari Jaya Kunja Bihari
जय यमुनतीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुनतीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय यमुनतीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय यमुनतीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय जय यशोदनंदना जय व्रज जनरंजना जय व्रज जनरंजना जय जय यमुनतीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय श्री राधा माधव की जय ग्रंथराज श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल हरे कृष्ण Sloka 1520, right, Prabhu? First canto, 5th chapter, verse number 20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। Verses up there? Very nice. So 1:5:20, very beautiful shloka. Idam hi vishvam bhagavani vetaro yato jagatstana nirodha sambhavah तद्धि स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापि ते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम्। इदं हि विश्वं भगवान् विवेतरो यथो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवाः तद्धि स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापि ते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम्। इदं हि विश्वं भगवानि वेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवाः तद्धि स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापि ते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम्। इदं हि विश्वं भगवानि वेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवाः तद्धि स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापि ते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम्। इदं हि विश्वं भगवानि वेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवाः तद्धि स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापि ते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम्। इदं हि विश्वं भगवानि वेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवाः तद्धि स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापि ते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम्। इदं हि विश्वं भगवानि वेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवा तद्दे स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापिते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम् इदं हि विश्वं भगवानिवेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवा तद्दे स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापिते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम् इदं हि विश्वं भगवानिवेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवा तद्दे स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापिते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम् माताजी इदं हि विश्वं भगवानिवेतरो यतो जगत्स्थान निरोध संभवा तद्दे स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापिते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम् one more Hare Krishna. Oh, Mataji is talking. Not able to hear. Idam hi vishvam bhagavani vetaro yato jagasthana nirodha sambhava तद्दे स्वयं वेद भवांस्तथापिते प्रादेशमात्रं भवतः प्रदर्शितम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. So let's get to the idam, this, he, all, Vishwam, cosmos, Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, Iva, almost the same, Itaraha, different from, Yataha, from whom, Jagat, the worlds, Sthana, exist, Nirodha, annihilation, Sambhavaha, creation, Tat he, all about, Swayam, personally, Veda, no, Bhavan, your good self, Tatha api, still, Te, unto you, Pradesha matram, a synopsis only, Bhavataha, unto you, Pradarshitam, explained. Translation and purport-based divine grace of Vaishnava Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat. The Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead, is himself this cosmos. And still, he is aloof from it. From him only has this cosmic manifestation emanated. In him it rests, and unto him it enters after annihilation. Your good self knows all about this. I have given only a synopsis. Purport, please hear. For a pure devotee, the conception of Mukunda Lord Sri Krishna is both personal and impersonal. The impersonal cosmic situation is also Mukunda because it is the emanation of the energy of Mukunda. For example, a tree is a complete unit, whereas the leaves and the branches of the trees are emanated parts and parcels of the tree. The leaves and branches of the tree are also the tree, but the tree itself is neither the leaves nor the branches. The Vedic version, the whole cosmic creation is nothing but Brahman, means that since everything is emanating from the Supreme Brahman, nothing is apart from him. Similarly, the part and parcel hands and legs are called the body, but the body as the whole unit is neither the hands nor the legs. The Lord is a transcendental form of eternity, cognition, and beauty, and thus the creation of the energy of the Lord appears to be partially eternal, full of knowledge, and beautiful also. The captivated conditioned souls under the influence of the external energy, Maya, are therefore entrapped in the network of the material nature. They accept this as all in all, for they have no information of the Lord who is the primeval cause. Nor have they information that the parts and parcels of the body, being detached from the whole body, are no longer the same hand or leg as when attached to the body. Similarly, a godless civilization detached from the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is just like a detached hand or leg. Such parts and parcels may appear like hands and legs, but they have no efficiency. The devotee of the Lord, Srila Vyasadeva, knows this very well. He is further advised by Srila Narada to expand the idea so that the entrapped conditioned souls may take lesson from him to understand the Supreme Lord as the primeval cause. According to the Vedic version, the Lord is naturally fully powerful, and thus his supreme energies are always perfect and identical with him. Both the spiritual and the material skies and their paraphernalia are emanations of the internal and external energies of the Lord. External energy is comparatively inferior, whereas the internal potency is superior. The superior energy is living force, and therefore she is completely identical, but the external energy, being inert, is partially identical. But both the energies are neither equal to nor greater than the Lord, who is the generator of all energies. Such energies are always under his control, exactly as electrical energy, however powerful it may be, is always under the control of the engineer. The human being and all other living beings are products of his internal energies. Thus, the living being is also identical with the Lord, but he is never equal or superior to the personality of Godhead. The Lord and living beings are all individual persons. With the help of the material energies, the living beings are also creating something, but none of their creations are equal or superior to the creation of the Lord. The human being may create a small playful Sputnik and may throw it into outer space, but that does not mean that he can create a planet like the earth or moon and float it in the air as the Lord does. Men with a poor fund of knowledge claim to be equal to the Lord. They are never equal to the Lord. This is never to be. The human being, after attaining complete perfection, may achieve a large percentage of the qualities of the Lord, say up to 78%. But it is never possible to surpass the Lord or to become equal with him. In a diseased condition only, the foolish being claims to be one with the Lord and thus becomes misled by the illusory energy. The misguided living beings, therefore, must accept the supremacy of the Lord and agree to render loving service unto him. For this they have been created. Without this, there cannot be any peace or tranquility in the world. Srila Vyasadeva is advised by Srila Narada to expand this idea in the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavad Gita also, the same idea is explained. Surrender fully unto the lotus feet of the Lord. That is the only business of the perfect human being. Jai Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Purports ki. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं। नमो विष्णुपदकृष्णपृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमते महाविष्णुनाम्ने नमो विष्णुपदकृष्णपृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्नितिनाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। The Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, is Himself this cosmos, and still He is aloof from it. From Him only has this cosmic manifestation emanated. In Him it rests, and unto Him it enters after annihilation. Your good self knows all about this. I have given only a synopsis. Hare Krishna, Prabhu's Matajis. Thank you so much for the opportunity to meditate on Srimad Bhagavatam, the glorious scripture, and especially a glorious chapter in all your wonderful association. I was not supposed to be coming here, but you know how the boat gets, the wind sways the boat anywhere. So like that, Krishna arranged that I had to be here, and he gladly accepted because wherever we get a devotee association, it doesn't matter where it is. Jai Shri Gaurnitai ki Jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki Jai. Is that Radha Govinda? What is that? Radha? Madhav, Radha Madhav. Yes, Radha. Radha Madhav ki Jai. So this, wherever there is a possibility to take devotee association, we should hanker for it and we should grab it with all force. It is said so very nicely. Many times we underestimate the power of devotee association. Very nicely it is said in one of the Hindi proverb, कोटि जन्म के पुण्य जब उदय होत एक संग तब छूटत मन की मलिनता तब पावत सत्संग. Got it? कोटि जन्म के पुण्य, all crores of lifetimes punya uday hot ek sang, when it accumulates together, then only the dirts in our heart, malinata, man ki malinata, it gets destroyed, and then we get the association of devotees. Now we are all sitting here, some of us are sitting here, you see so many crores of people in Hyderabad or Secunderabad put together. But you see, only few of us are selected to sit, and this 30-40 minutes we are allowed. We are given the permission by Krishna to taste the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is this time, the morning time that we are getting, that as Prabhupada has so kindly given us this time, this program of morning program, we call it, starting from 4:30 in the morning till 9, that 4.5 hours, that sets the tone for the rest of the day. We start the day with Mangalarti, We say Mangal, when we say it's Mangal, means auspicious. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, we say, no? So this is Mangalam. So the moment we do Mangal Arati, then our whole day becomes Mangal. Then we take the association of Krishna through the holy names, chanting. That's the best thing. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yajnanam Japa Yajnosmi. He didn't say Yajnanam Ashwamedha Yajnosmi. He didn't say Yajnanam Sudarshana Yajnosmi. He said Yajnanam Japa Yajnosmi. You know why? Because all other yajnas, you can put some. When we really get the taste for the holy names, then that is the most blissful time. And that is why, Yukta Asita Matparaha. Krishna says, when we are Yukta with Krishna, he come here, the very first time, last 4 months ago when I came, I was amazed to see the temple. I was telling Sachinandan Prabhu also that, see, the most beautiful thing in this temple, this kind of a hall anybody can build. You tell one of the construction engineer, within no time they will get it ready with all rooms and everything and sell it for 10 times more. But what is the most beautiful thing here? The murtis. That makes all of us come and sit here. The deities, Archa Vigraha, Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Because they are here, we are able to enjoy the association. Suppose the deities are not here. What will you do here? Some party song will go on this side. Somebody will come and dance here. Some folk song. Slowly it will start with Garba dance. Then it will move on to Bollywood dance. All these kind of things. But because he is controlling, our programs are running as per Srila Prabhupada's wish, as he laid it out for us, isn't it? And you see, the power of deities you underestimate many times. Now it is all bright. In the night when we come, even a small child can play around here very easily. All of us can go out, still the small child will be inside, we will be very free, we will have no problem. But assume that the deities are not here. Even we will be afraid of coming here in the night, isn't it? When everything is closed and dark it is, people will be afraid of coming here. It will be like a ghost haunted place. That is why the murtis, they do all the hard work. Even now also, we are sitting because of their permission. They are allowing us to sit here. If they are not happy, tomorrow, next time, I will not come. You are all doing nice seva, so we will be here. But I am just coming and going, If I try to lord it over, then Krishna will say, you lord over somewhere else, I am the Lord here. No one else can be the Lord here. So this is the beauty here. So morning program, after that, Shringararti, Darshanarti. I mean, Guru Puja is so ecstatic. And then we sit with Bhagavatam. Then finally the most beautiful program of all our life. See, I don't have to tell anything. You all understood already, right? So this is all Prabhupada's gift to us. We should, even if we take hundreds and thousands of lifetimes and come back again, and as a dog also we can stand outside and bark. It doesn't matter. But we should be near a temple, ISKCON temple, where this program is going on. No other temples have this kind of a program, which is so rigorous from outside perspective. But for us who are experiencing this is the most blissful period that we don't want to miss. Wherever we are, the first thing that we do is Mangalarti. My Guru Maharaj, his name is Mahavishnu Goswami, he was always insisting on Mangalarti. Start off with Mangalarti, then all the others will follow. Man, the previous day, you would have spent all night. You would be very busy. All night you will be up doing some office work or some preaching work or something, some program or something will be there. And you will say, no, I don't want to get up. Then what is that? Maya, what is that? Man chahe hari milan ko, tan chahe aram. Dono dividha mein chale gaye, Maya milina ram. Samajh gaya aap? Body wants rest in the morning. 4 o'clock it says rolls here and there and says little bit more, then finished. Mangalarti time will be gone. And that is our appointment with Krishna. Morning 4:30 only Krishna gives appointment to everybody. After that appointment he goes for grazing the cows. We cannot go and search in the forest like here we have to come pillar number 143. Google says turn left, turn right. I have never seen that kind of advertisement. And then I come here, it says turn on road number 31. And it doesn't look like a road there, a small lane is there. Google also has not found Attapur yet, our temple. I mean, it is there, but route is giving little thing. So we don't know, but the whole thing is that, Krishna has everything planned for us. And it is very clear. You don't have to worry about, what will I do, when I will do, all these kind of things. So we are here. Then morning we are getting up and we are tired, we are gone. Then man chahe hari milan ko. Mind wants to associate with Krishna. Of course, if you are in devotional service, somewhat it is trying. But body has more power than it. Then we neither get then after 4:35, 4:40 we lose the time and then we say, oh my God, I missed the Mangalarti. Then whole day I will be disturbed. That is where, when Maharaj told this, he said, all night you will be up. But what's the big deal? Get up for Mangalarti. Oh Maharaj, your body will be affected. So Maharaj, if your body is affected, worst come worst, what will happen? You will die. Right? That's the worst thing that can happen for us. If you are so tired. It is better to die in Mangalarti than to die somewhere else. Come and stand in front of the Lord and take the darshan of the deity, be in the association of devotees, sing Samsara Dava, nursing prayers, whatever, and die. What else we want? That's what we want, right? We pray for that only. Oh, Krishna, please give me this only one benediction, that in the association of devotees I want to leave my body. We are lying in the ICU and only Yamaraj will say, I see you in ICU. Nobody else is allowed inside. How will be miserable death we have to go through, isn't it? That is why it is said, anayasena maranam vina dainyana jivanam. We don't want to, make anybody, trouble anybody for our thing. If association has to come, Krishna will arrange for it. For us, the main thing is, idam hi vishwam bhagavan ivetaro. This is all we have to remember. The most beautiful message that he has given here. Narad Muni is giving the most beautiful and most unique message which you will not find anywhere else. You see, read the English, how Prabhupada is translated. The Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, is Himself this cosmos. This cosmos is not, say, a separated thing or something. He is saying, is Himself this cosmos and He is aloof from it. What a beautiful first line. This first line defines everything for us. This is what we should understand as the concluding message of Bhagavatam. That is why the purport Prabhupada says beautifully, Srila Vyasadeva is advised by Srila Narada to expand this idea in the Bhagavatam. What is this idea? That Krishna is Himself this cosmos. Then what does it mean? Is everything, this mic, this stand, this Vyasasan, the whole building, everything is Krishna. It's Shakti of Krishna, but Shaktimatayor Abhedaha, we say, right? So there is no practical difference. It may be separated from Him, but still it is Him, His thing only. When we have someone who is very dear to us, they had sent some invitation, greeting card, for example, birthday greeting card. Don't you think we will keep it safe for a long time? Oh, he's my very childhood friend. He has sent some greeting card for me, birthday greetings. My teacher has given some thing for me. So you keep it safe for so long, no? So like that you keep this also safe. What is wrong? Yes, it is different. It is not. That's why Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. This shloka is, the parallel in Bhagavad Gita is that shloka. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matstani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastitaha. Matstani, I am the stan for this. Sarva bhutani, for all living entities, for this whole cosmos. So how do we understand this whole cosmos now? You are saying Krishna Himself is the whole cosmos. Now see, this is the most beautiful, very, very subtle point that Narad Muni is telling to Vyasadeva to highlight in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the synopsis he is telling, Pradesha matram. Bhavataha pradarshitam. I have only given Pradesha matram. I have only given you a Sankshep mein maine bola hai. It means Sankshep. I have given you, like in a summary I have told you, synopsis. You please expand on it. Just like Brahma told Narad Muni, when he was asking question, Brahma told Narada Muni, Vipuli Kuru. See, that shloka is very nice. Read this this is how parampara works, Krishna told Brahma just 4 verses. Brahma was asked to expand on it by his realization. Brahma tells the same message to Narad Muni, and then he says so beautifully that Idam Bhagavatam Nama Yanme Bhagavatoditam Sangrahoyam Vibhutinam Tvam Etat Vipulikuru. Vipulikuru means expand. Expand. Do expand it. But expansion does not mean you put your own mental concoction. The verse number is 2751, Prabhu. If you are looking at the verse in your systems or phone or whatever. So most beautiful verse. See what Brahma is telling to Narad Muni. O Narada, this science of God, Srimad Bhagavatam, was spoken to me in summary by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it was spoken as the accumulation of His diverse potencies. Please expand this science yourself. Such a beautiful point. Bhagavata Uditam. Uditam means enlightened. Udita means from Krishna Himself it came. In other words, Krishna Himself is Krishne Swadamopakate Dharma Jnanadibhi Saha Kalau Nashta Drishamesha Puranarko Aduno Uditaha. The same Udita word is used here also. There also. Udita means arise. In us also Krishna arises. Inside us also Krishna arises when we do loving devotional service. And that is what we are doing right from 4:30 in the morning. Isn't it? Every day, every single day, if you are doing Bangalarti 4:30 to, and starting from there up to 9 o'clock, 9:30, whatever, that time, then it is so sublime for us. You don't have to do anything else to cultivate devotion. All the cultivate devotion. Everything else will come automatically. Swayam eva spuratyadaha. That little bit of austerity we have to do. Somehow or other get things ready. For the, especially in the temple, we don't have an option to have a different time for Mangalarti. At home, maybe there may be different circumstances, children and other various things will be there. But Prabhupada never compromised on this 4:30 for Mangalarti. That is very important. And this program sets us straight to understand this shloka. Idam hi vishwan bhagavan iva itaraha. Iva means you yourself are this cosmos. Say, the moment you see everything is Krishna, then we deal with every single thing in this world very carefully, with service attitude. Why living entities have problems with each other? What Krishna is telling here, what Naradaman is telling here is not only living entities, even non-living entities are expanses of Krishna. Like I told, inert items like the rock right there, chair here, the flower vase there, or this hundi here, the Lakshmi inside the hundi. For us we see Lakshmi inside the hundi as Krishna, but hundi we don't see it as Krishna. Right? So see, we are discriminating. But Bhagavatam says, Atmanascha parasyapi, this is Kapil Muni's instruction to Devahuti, Mother Devahuti. Atmanascha parasyapi, yah karoti antarodaram, tasya bhinna drusho mrutyur vidate bayam ulbanam. Atmanascha parasyapi. If somebody is discriminating someone from himself, Atmavat sarva bhuteshu, we are supposed to treat everybody as like how we treat ourselves. But when we are treating someone else as discriminating and treating someone else differently, then what Krishna does? Tasya bhinna drisho. Bhinna drisha means who is having separated vision. We see Krishna as Krishna, but everything else is non-Krishna. That Krishna doesn't accept. Neither the spiritual master accepts. Tasya bhinna drisho mrityur vidate bayam ulbanam. He says, like, as I will stand in front of him as the fear of death, as Yamaraj. So he will always be afraid because he is Bhinnadruk. He is always seeing everybody as separate. The highest message of Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhus and Matajis, is to see Krishna everywhere. That is the message that he is giving here. Just a few verses before he was talking about you have to highlight Bhakti, you have to highlight the glories of Bhakti, you have to highlight the glories of Bhagavan and all these things. But here he is telling a very, very subtle point that you have to learn, you should see everything as part and parcel of Krishna. And that is the message you should put inside Bhagavatam so that everyone will start learning and practicing that important quality. And that's why you see, whole of Bhagavatam, conclusion is that you see Krishna everywhere. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mayi pashyati, tasyaham na pranashyami, sachamena pranashyati. Bhagavad Gita message. And whatever he says in Bhagavad Gita, he shows in Bhagavatam through various examples, various incidents, various examples, various teachings. Like say, for example, our Ambarish Maharaj. He saw everything as Krishna's thing. That is why, even though he was a king, he was going on Mandira Marjanadishu. He didn't, say, oh, I am king, I will not do this service. I am not meant for menial service. I am supposed to do more important services. No. That he was not doing. He was, every small services that is there, he was showing by practice. Parishit Maharaj was also doing the same thing. Yudhishthira Maharaj, every single Rajarshi, they were all doing the same thing and showing us by practice. So that is why this Bhagavatam is fully practicable, and when we are expanding, it is expanded based on our realization, not out of our mental concoction. You see, there is a big difference between the two. And that is why in Bhagavatam, 4th chapter, 1st verse, in the purport, Prabhupada gives the definition of realization. You please keep it written somewhere in a big piece of paper somewhere. No better definition is given for what is meant by realization. I will read it for you. Please hear it. This is what he is saying. Pradesha matram bhavata pradarshitam vipuli kuru. This all actually means what Prabhupada is explaining here. Personal realization does not mean, it's 1.4.1, I don't know. You are bringing it up, Prabhu? I don't know. If you are not bringing it up, don't worry about it. Maybe devotees can see in your own individual smartphones. Smart bhaktas have smartphones. Whatever. So this personal realization does not mean that one should, out of vanity, attempt to show one's own learning by trying to surpass the previous acharya. This is where we make a big mistake. That I know more than my guru. I would like to explain something more which my Guru Maharaj has not explained. That immediately we get destroyed. There is not a single step we can advance after that. We are completely destroyed the moment we start thinking like that. He must have full confidence in the previous acharya, and at the same time he must realize the subject matter so nicely that he can present the matter for the particular circumstances in a suitable manner. These are the most beautiful words. By our personal realization, by our contemplation, we have to understand, appreciate, or understand, realize the subject matter so nicely that we can present the subject matter for the particular circumstances in a suitable manner. You can't go and teach to some, say, auto-wala, rickshaw-wala with all big shlokas and this thing. You will have to explain the essence of that message in the way they can understand. You see, that is why the next line, Prabhupada actually puts it in italics. I don't know if it is in italics here. Yes, no? The original purpose of the text must be maintained. It's a beautiful word, statement that Prabhupada used. That's why he highlighted it in italics. What is the purpose of the text? To bring everybody to do devotional service, to make them come closer to Krishna. If that purpose is maintained, then we can explain it nicely. If that purpose is not there, it is for my individual name and fame, for my glories, my panditya, whatever, for others to appreciate my panditya, then even if you explain it in the best of words, it is of no use. It is just, what is that? Shava Shobhana Mataha, just decorating the dead body. And then he goes further to say, no obscure meaning should be screwed out of it. Obscure means covering. Like say, for example, this kartal is here. If I keep it like this, it is not seen anymore. Isn't it? You can't see this. So my hand is obscuring it. Right? If I keep a glass here, you can see through the glass, the kartal is still visible. So it should be transparent. That's why Prabhupada always used the word, we should be transparent via media. Transparent means there is no, light doesn't get absorbed or distracted. Just directly, what you are seeing directly, you will see that from outside also. Right? So no obscure meaning should be screwed out of it, yet it should be presented in an interesting manner for the understanding of the audience. This is called realization. You please learn it by heart. Because if anybody says, Prabhuji, I got a realization, then you check against this. If you have to say somebody, Prabhu, I got a realization, let's check against these few lines. If it is fitting this thing, then you can call it as realization. Otherwise it is only knowledge. It is only jnana, it is not vijnana. And how to get this realization? By trying to put ourselves, the instruction, into practice. The message what we got, we have to put it into practice. So this is what Vyasadeva was asked to do. This is what Narada Muni was asked to do. This is what Brahma was asked to do. This is what Prabhupada was asked to do. This is what we are also asked to do. Don't obscure the meaning. The meaning is very clear as the daylight. We just have to show them that, see, this is what is a daylight. That's all. And action speaks louder than words. That is why you don't have mic and I have mic. What you are doing all is all action. Yours is the more difficult thing to do. Sitting and hearing. It's a torture actually to hear somebody. So that's why your action speaks louder. So I have to have mic to speak even louder with my words. Otherwise, it's not needed. So this is how we show by action. Action is very important. That is what means practice. Action means practice. So please try to understand this message that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Himself this cosmos. Anywhere we go, see, some Matajis are tying the flowers there, they are tying the flowers. Somebody is washing the floor or sweeping the floor. When we are sweeping the floor, we sweep with the attitude that it is Krishna's property. Then we enjoy doing it, isn't it? that is when we can do loving devotional service to Krishna. And that is why Narad Muni is telling this most important point, that if you see everywhere Krishna, then you will do loving devotional service everywhere. Krishna is not only in the inside the temple, he is present everywhere. But in order to experience that, you should experience here first. If here itself I am not experiencing, how will I go out and experience? Outside I will never get experience, I will only see Maya. Isn't it? So when we do these services, and sometimes what we do, we come here, in the temple we behave as devotees. In the home, shirt is there, my dhoti is this side, kurta is that side, and all the vessels are all in the sink. Then if you ask, Prabhu, what is happening? Maid will come and clean. Maid will go back to Goloka. Because the thing is, whatever we see in the temple, we should see the same thing here also, in our home also. Cleanliness is not next to godliness. Cleanliness is godliness. It is not next to godliness. In fact, it is, Krishna says Shaucham. Shaucham is outside also, inside also, isn't it? He says that no, in Bhagavad Gita, what is his, what all the qualities that devotees cultivate. So if I come and stand here and say, oh, Jai Radha Madhav ki Jai, like that, and go home and it's all shabby, then that doesn't really help. Krishna will say, so you are seeing me only here. Then at home, Prabhuji, I am not getting the mood to read Bhagavatam. Why? Because we are not keeping things clean. We are not seeing Krishna in the sink. We are not seeing Krishna in the kitchen. We are not seeing Krishna in the hall. Or we are not seeing Krishna in the clothes. My Guru Maharaj used to be so upset when we throw these clothes here and there, in fact, he called me once when I was doing some little personal service. When he was in Nashik, I keep going there a few times. I used to go there. So one day Maharaj called me to his room. It's just 2 rooms. He will be in his room and we will be doing services. Whenever he needs something, he will go. So he called me into his room. I thought Maharaj is going to discuss some Bhagavatam. I took Bhagavatam book and all and went to him. And he said, now I am going to teach a very, very important lesson. And he then made me sit and he showed me how to fold the clothes. I was thinking, oh, Maharaj notes everything. No. Come, I will show you how to fold the clothes. Maharaj, what is the big deal? No, you are not, you don't know, you are Kaliyuga products. You don't know how to fold the clothes. You dump it into the washing machine. Man, how will the washing machine know where the dirt is? You know where the dirt is. You dump it in the washing machine, you think it is clean. And that same dhoti that will come for 10 years, 12 years will be torn in 2 years. If you put it like that. So much soap you put it and dump. He gave complete lesson on how to wash the clothes, how to treat the clothes. He said, every single item in this world is property of Krishna. So you treat them nicely, they will stay with you longer. Like the living entities of devotees or anybody with whom we have a nice amicable relationship, they stay with us longer. I go treat them roughly, then they will not come with me. I go this side, they will go another direction. Oh, this man I cannot tolerate. So these cloths, he said, you are throwing cloths into some dump the cloths here, dump the cloths there. That is actually you are doing violence to the cloths. It is actually Krishna's property, Krishna's energy, and you are not treating it properly. So you treat it as how you would treat the deity, Krishna himself. So he told me how to fold. Near the crease you fold nicely like this and keep it on the side. So you won't be able to find difference between new cloth and older cloth. And then he said, you cannot just, sometimes people do like this. And then they open like this and it's all torn everywhere. Treat everything gently, Gentleness is what is devotional service all about. If you are not gentle and mild, we can't do devotional service. Or whatever devotional service we do, others will not be able to appreciate. We will be doing something in the name of devotional service, definitely, but others will not understand, Suppose I speak in some other language, you will not be able to understand. No, I will be thinking I am speaking Bhagavatam, but it should be understandable for you. So this is how every single thing, and Maharaj told us that in his childhood also how he was trained by his grandparents and ancestors, how they were following. It is hardly 80, 90, 100 years ago. It is not like long, 500,000 years ago. He was telling that he used to, near Nashik, there is this Godavari river so beautifully flows, So he would say that, when he goes to take snan in the river, he will remove the upper garment and he will wash it in the river. Even while washing in the river, he would not, the river flow is like this, he will not do like this. You are doing the cloth, you are washing the cloth against the flow of the river. You have to do along with the flow of the river so that it doesn't get disturbed. Nobody's flow should get disturbed. That is why in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, no, what is that shloka? You should not unsettle anybody. Try to engage them in Krishna consciousness with engaging their own activities, prescribed duties for the pleasure of Krishna. That is exactly what Narada Muni is asking Vyasadeva to do. You make these people understand this whole world is actually Krishna's property. So deal with each and everything, your job, your everything, as Krishna's property. We deal with things only that which is giving labh, profit or favorable to us, for that we are treating like Krishna. But if that is not tangible, it is in fact giving us the tangible result, but we are not able to perceive it. That we are saying it is not Krishna. So the expectation from all our acharyas, our spiritual master, Krishna, Brahma, Narada, everybody is only one thing. Learn to see Krishna everywhere and utilize everything in Krishna's service, because everything Krishna's property. That is why it is called utility. When you say utility, there is a difference between use and utility. You are saying use me. No, use me, it says in the garbage can. But it doesn't say utilize me. It says use me. Then if you see the electric energy, the electrical power thing and all, they will call it as utility. Utility bill they will call it. In the Western world they will call it as utility bill. How much have you utilized? The utility means when you are engaging something in some service, the effect of that service will be experienced or taken advantage by everyone else. The government is giving electric energy. That is called utility. Why? Because they have those powerhouse, they are distributing it for everybody's use. Utilization. Whereas use means, we have this phrase, no, he is using me. Means for his benefit he is using me. You see the difference? For his benefit he is using me. If I am utilizing somebody, it means that I am engaging them in everyone else's service and in the service of Krishna. That is what his devotional service is about, all about. That is why Prabhupada, if you see his, if you see all his purports, he will never, how should I say, use the word use. He will never use the word use. He will use the word utilize. I can't even feel like, using the word use after understanding the subtle difference, So this is how every energy, we see it as Krishna's energy, Krishna's expansion. See, there is a beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. This verse correlates with this theory. What Narada Muni is asking Vyasadeva to write. This thing is so beautifully expanded by the Navayogendras to King Nimi in the 11th canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 41. You see, this is how Bhagavatam is so beautiful. Just try to connect these verses and see, appreciate how it is expanding so beautifully, you see. This 11 to 41 he is asking about the various different classifications of devotees, right? So, in that case, he is explaining the qualities of a Mahabhagavata, no? At that time, he is so nicely telling this verse. Will please sing this verse, how nicely he is telling. And this is after the famous verse that Ishwarapuri told to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Evam Rataswa Nama Priya Nama Kirtya. After that, this particular verse comes. It's after this, Prabhu. It is 41, so 42, I'm sorry. 41 only. Yes, this is the one. You can repeat now, it's on the screen. Khambāyum agnim Salilam mahimcha Jyotim shi sattvani Disho drumadin Sarit samudramscha Hare shariram Yatkincha bhutam Pranamedananyaha. See, so beautiful verse, huh? He is giving a big list. If you go to the word for word, just try to absorb yourselves in this shloka, Prabhu's Mataji's today. And this is how we learn the shlokas, how nicely it is connected. See, Kam means ether, Vayu is air, Agni is Agni, fire. Salilam is water. Mahim is earth. All Panchabhuta are covered here. See, one line is covering all the Panchabhuta. Kamvayum Agnim Salilam Mahim cha. Just in one line covered all Panchamahabhut. Right? And he goes further. Jyotim Shi Sattvani Disho Drumadin. Jyotim Shi means all sun, moon, light, everything. Whatever we can see easily, all are covered. And then Sattvani. Sattvani means what? All living beings, all the jivas. Right? All the jivas. Then Disho, all the directions. How many directions are there? 10. Right? 8 directions. And then what are the other 2? Up and down. So this is covered everything. Disho Dasha. Disha Dasha we say, no? Disha Dasha Vida Rupa we say. So 10 avatars are for 10 directions we call it. So Disho and Druma Adin. Adin means etc. Everything else is covered. Whatever is missed out is all covered there. Druma means trees, plants, fruits, flowers, mountains, everything related to the non-movable things. Drumadin. Then he goes further down. Sarit Samudramscha. Sarit means river. Wherever the river is Jivan. Right? Wherever we see a river, we don't check it's, nowadays when the water comes, the first thing these people come and do is, I will check the salt content. They will put on thermometer something and put RO content. Your salt content is more. But in river we don't take that meter and go and do salt check or this thing. We just take. Why? Because it is always flowing. So if for a devotional service also, if it is always flowing, it will remain fresh. We have to understand that point very much. Learn that from very much from the river. Sarit Samudradin. Samudrams means ocean. Itna Vishal. It's the Vishal, we say, right? It's the Vishal, the broadness of Krishna is revealed through the ocean. So Sarit Samudramscha. What is all these things that he is listing? Hare Shariram. These are all body of Krishna. What an amazing thing. How it is connecting. Idam hi Vishwam Bhagavan Ivetaro. This Hare Shariram. And what the devotee does? Yat kimcha bhutam. Yat kimcha. Where can I find anything that is not inside Krishna? Sarvam kalvidam Brahman. Somebody criticizes also Krishna. Somebody glorifies also Krishna. That's why Tulya Ninda Sutir Mauni. Santushto Yene Kenachit. We know what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Right? This is a beautiful thing. Yat kimcha bhutam pranamed ananyaha. Pranam. We have to do pranam. We should bow down to all these things, as these are non-different from Krishna. See what a beautiful verse, Prabhu's Mataji's. And this is coming out of this verse. What Narad Muni told to Vyasadeva, I am only given a synopsis. You do Vipuli Kuru. And when he did Vipuli Kuru, this is the outcome of that Vipuli Kuru. So we also do our own Vipuli Kuru in a tiny little way. Krishna gives us also intelligence. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. What is that shloka? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purukam dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give the intelligence by which he can absorb himself in Bhagavatam and come to me. So this is such a beautiful point. And why he is highlighting on this point? Because if we reveal to the world, to this secret, open secret, if we can reveal this open secret to this whole, all the living entities, this whole world, then they will not harm each other. There is no envy, there is no anger. Because the moment I see, oh, you are Krishna's property, I will not be upset with you. No, prasadam is late. I will not, hey, come on, why prasadam is late? You will wait. If Krishna wants, it will come. If Krishna doesn't want, it will not come. So, this is how we should understand and appreciate the wholeness of the message. See, Bhagavatam is not sectarian. It doesn't say, see Krishna only in Hindus. See Krishna only in Andhra Pradesh. It doesn't say, see Krishna only in Telangana. See Krishna only in Tamil Nadu. It's see Krishna everywhere. That is why we are able to appreciate Bhagavatam everywhere. Right? So please, this is one message for us today, that idam hi vishwam bhagavan ivetaro. What is this shloka? Once more we will recite this shloka, then it will connect very well with the theme. Kamvayum agnim salilam mahimcha jyotim shi sattvani Disho Drumadin Sarit Samudramscha Hare Shariram Yatkincha Bhutam Pranamedananyaha Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Any questions, reflections, realizations? Yes, Prabhuji. You have another mic or something? No, if it's okay, you can little louder if you can speak. It is Dukalaya Mashashvatam only for those who want to enjoy here. It is Dukalaya Mashashvatam only for those who want to enjoy this material sense enjoyment. But for devotees, it is Sarve Shukamayadishaha. What is that shloka? It's in 7th canto, it is there. Sarve Shukamayadishaha Sharkara Kantakadibhyo. How does it come? It's 7. 1 minute, I will just take that verse from. It's 7:15, 2019 or 20. 1 minute. Beautiful verse. Sada Santushta Manasaha Sarve Sukamayadishaha Sharkara Kantakadibhyo. Last line I'm just forgetting. Just give me 1 second. Very beautiful verse. Sada Santushta Manasaha Sarvaha Shukamayadishaha Sharkara Kantakadibhyo Yatopanat Pada Shivam. Yatopana Pada Shivam is the meaning that he is giving. 7, 9, 15, 17, Prabhu. 7, 15, 17. So what he is saying is Sada Santushta Manasaha. If you are always Santushta, always Santushta, Sada Santushta Manasaha Sarve Sukamayadishaha. The whole world looks like Vishwam Purna Sukayate. Was it Prabodhananda Saraswati? He says, no, Dvideshapur Akasha Pushpayate Durdantendriya Kala Sarpa Patari Prokata Damstrayate. He says how all these things are visible to the devotees. Sarve Sukamayadishaha. When we are completely satisfied with whatever we are doing, whatever is given, whatever we have, whatever we don't have also we should be satisfied with. So if we are that, then what is Sarve Sukhamayadishaha? Sharkara Kantakadibhyo. When somebody is walking on the street, when he has his slippers on his foot, whichever place he walks, all the thorns and stones and all will not prick him. So this Dukalaya Mashashvatam will not prick us the moment we are satisfied. So that is that Dukalaya Mashashvatam is only for material enjoyers, sense gratifiers, not for us. It is a Dukalayam for someone to get up at 4 o'clock. But for us, it is the Vaikuntha time. It's a best Vaikuntha experience. Right? Got it, Prabhu? But we should always remember that this is Dukalayam Mashashvatam so that we don't go there. You don't know that when the fire is there, there is a danger, caution that electricity board they keep, that what is that skull? Skull is kept with bone. That is to show us that you will become that skull when you touch. That is what that means, So this, it is always important to understand the reality of this world. There is a nice thing that my Guru Maharaj had always told on experience. He used to travel. He was traveling to Ethiopia, Egypt and all. So in Egypt, there was this, you have this, this fun world or something. They have this exhibitions and all, no? So they have some exhibitions which they had a gufa, cave. And you go inside, pay some amount and you go inside, they will keep some different things, museum kind of. So inside they had some, in one corner, there were some pieces of bones, skull bones and all these are kept and some light was glowing continuously on it. Inside the gufa, it is all dark. So you go inside, they have to put some light on it, like the shining light they just put, it is glowing. And while they were glowing, there was one voice was speaking continuously in the background. And just next to that bone. You know what it was saying? What you are, we used to be. What we are, you are going to be. See, in 2 lines they gave the reality of life. This is the realization, This is called realization. What you are, we used to be. What we are, you are going to be. Second line is more important. So this we have to remember. Only when we remember this, we will always realize that we have to go. If we think that I am staying here, then we will ask, hey, I am staying here for so long. Come on, you are not bringing prasadam for me. You are not bringing garland for me. You are not arranging transportation for me. You are not arranging accommodation for me. All these expectations will come. And then Krishna will vanish. Krishna says the first and foremost quality he expects from devotees is that nirapeksham. No expectation. No apeksha. The moment that quality comes, then Krishna follows us. He says, Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvairam samadarshanam anubrajami aham nityam. I am always closely following that person. Why? Because he is so pure a devotee, because of these 5 qualities. Nirapeksham, munim means thoughtful, then shantam, peaceful, and then nirvairam, no envy whatsoever, and then samadarshanam, seeing everything equal, everybody equally. All these qualities will come in just one thing. When we understand this verse, idam hi vishwam bhagavan ivetaro, and that kam vayu magnim salilam, that sloka also. These 2 slokas, if you understand, then all the qualities will come automatically. Because everywhere you see Krishna, who to envy? Already we came here because of envy. Who else you want to envy? If you envy here, Krishna puts us into further animal kingdom or further insect kingdom, whatever. So this nirvairam, samadarshanam, you see Krishna everywhere, so you see everybody equally. No binnadrik. Right? If you do this, Krishna says, I will closely follow you. Why? Because the dhuli from you, that devotee's lotus feet will cover my body and I will get purified. Puyayeti angri renubi. I will get purified. Are you all stunned? Isn't it? You are all stunned. This is the humility of Krishna. Got it, Prabhu? Bhagavatam is too bewildering, no? Sometimes. That's what Bhagavatam. Yes, Prabhuji. Oh, mic is there.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for enlightening us. And one more bewildering statement I observed in this same translation, that everything rests in Him. In Him it rests. Whereas the same thing in Bhagavad Gita in 9.5, Lord says, Nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaryam bhutabhrun cha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Here it says it rests, and there it says it rests. Doesn't
that
rest.
That is Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, Prabhu.
Can you please enlighten on this?
No, rest. See, rest can be understood in multiple ways, right? Rest in me means it is dependent on Him. When we say, in other words, when we say rest in me, we can say that Krishna is dependent on us. Krishna is inside. That's why in 9.4, if you see, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. That avyakta murti rests in Him. He does not rest in the avyakta murti. So, you see, when He says here, everything rests in me. Little bit up if you go, Prabhu. Here only he says, no? Yeah, emanated in this cosmic manifestation emanated, in him it rests. And unto him it enters after annihilation. Right? So, when this rest actually mean that, sorry? Yeah, in the unmanifested state it will rest in him. But moment it is manifested, that what he is telling there is the manifested one. Oh, it became conceivable now. The inconceivable becomes conceivable the moment we accept that it is inconceivable. Achintya kaluye bhavaha natam starkena yojayet. Prakriti, I was also bewildered when nicely you connected. This is what is called scrutinizing study. You should read in between the lines. This is what reading in between the lines. So nice, Prabhu. Any other? Yes, Prabhuji. I am not able to hear you. Sorry, the mic you speak.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
It was a very interesting class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. You said just before this question, at the end part, you were saying that Krishna is so humble. Something goes on his chest or something. I missed that whole point actually.
No, the dust from the lotus feet of the devotees are going like this. Krishna is closely following them. Why he is following? Because when they go, the dhuli from their feet comes and it can cover his body and he will get purified. He will get purified by the dust of the lotus feet of his devotees. So this is the what word we can use? Not only that Krishna is bewildering, even the pure devotees are bewildering. They are bewildering Krishna also. No? So what can we do about it? So all we have to do is simple devotional service. Very simple. Like we are all sitting here. Just such a nice, simple place. When we are simple, Krishna keeps him very close, so close that he keeps us very close to his lips. Vamshi, Vibhushita Karan. His hands are decorated with Vamshi. Why not piano? Why not violin? Why not that cello? All that big things. Why only a Vamshi? Because Vamshi is simple and straight. That's all. And only one bamboo and 9 holes. No more thing there. No string. No strings attached. We say no. No strings attached. That's what it means. It's not, and you don't have to do maintenance for that. Like harmonium, after some time, you have to do air fitting. You have to adjust the buttons as thing, and then tighten the screw for the shruti. Here nothing. You just put it in your hip or put it in your pocket or wherever you want, and whenever you want you can play. So if we are also simple and straightforward, Krishna will keep us so close to his hips and heart. You see, this is every single thing that is connected with Krishna. And then Navanira Dabat. Navanira Dabat means the fresh water-laden cloud, he takes the color. You cannot say Krishna is blue. You cannot say Krishna is black. You cannot say Krishna is greyish blue. You cannot say bluish black. Nothing. None of these, our terms work. Krishna is Megasham. Krishna is Navanira. Navina Nirada. Say that also name we say, no? Why like that? Why not red color? Why not yellow color? Why not all the different colors? Pista color, mango color. Why not all any of these colors? Because fresh water-laden cloud carries so many tons of water, but still floats. You keep one bucket of water, then you cannot keep it up in the air. Whereas so many tons of water is floating up there in the sky. And why it is floating? Because its only duty, only dharma is to give to others. Dayaluta. Only it just gives, that's all. It takes from one place, gives to another place, all the drops of water down, and again goes to another place, takes from some place and gives it to someone else. Free logistics. Here you have to get one tanker lorry of water, how much money you have to pay? Tons and tons of water, and he is not charging one bit also to us. And that too from salt water. Here if the tanker lorry gets from salt water, it will give only salt water. What Krishna's thing does, takes salt water, puts it in the tanker lorry that has no petrol to run, no driver to run. On the own, its only driver is the Vayu, it just flows and it goes wherever. And then wherever he decides, he just pours. And pure water, rainwater is so pure, isn't it? And it is so beautiful. So this is why he is getting that. We can't take 2 buckets of water from here, 10 feet you go, you will put it and you will say, like that you will be breathing. So Krishna takes that color because of this heart, the Dayalu heart of the clouds. Like that, so many things are there in just this one sloka. Do you want to learn this sloka? It's a very beautiful sloka. You are reading, all the Gurukul devotees are enjoying learning this sloka. Now only 2 examples we gave. I don't know, you will be cursing me for delaying your prasadam, but this is the real prasadam. You please repeat, but with bhav. Okay, you got 2 examples, so I will sing. Vanshi. Please. Vibhushitakaran. See, some bhav should be there, because we saw in all non-living entities Krishna is there. In Shabda Rupa he is definitely there. So do it with a little bit more bhav, then prasadam also will taste more sweeter. Vibhushitakaran Navaniradabat Pitambarat Arunabimba Phaladaroshtat Purnendu Sundaramukhat Aravinda Netra Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvam Aham na jane Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvam Aham na jane Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvam Aham na jane. Such a beautiful verse, Pitambarat. Pitambar, his dress is Pitambar. He's wearing a different color today, but generally he wears Pitambar. Aruna Bimba Phaladaroshtat, Aruna Bimba, Bimba Phala, his lips, like the red. In none of these things the colors are given as Lal, Pila, Nila, no. All with some entities only, you see. That is how Krishna is. Pitambarat, Aruna, rising sun, morning rising sun, Bimba Phala, Oshtat, Adara Oshtat. His lips are like that. Why? Because why not yellow, green like that? No, why Aruna Bimba? Aruna means the morning rising sun, not also the Surya. After he comes in the top, he is too shining, very difficult to see. That is what these Avyakta people see. The impersonalists see only that. They are waking up late, so they are seeing Krishna, so lotus feet, his lips only in the middle of the night. It is very difficult to see. No? But what we do, early morning when we get up, the morning rising sun is so pleasing to see. No? That orange color, crimson, red color, whatever you want to call it. That is very, how many hours, however long you want to see, you can see. That is why we need to have Mangalarti in our life. Right? So Aruna Bimba. Why? Because it gives us the health. The rays, it actually rejuvenates our Shakti, our bodily health. That is why our doctors and all, you go, they will do all small some goalies, they will give you tablets, and then they will tell you, get up early in the morning and walk when the sun is rising. Go for a jogging. Why they are saying go for jogging in the morning? Why not in the afternoon? Why not in the evening? because the sun is coming in the morning. So it's not the jogging that helps, it's the sunrise that helps. For us, the thing is we have the holy name with us. So holy name, Namna Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. From morning 4:30 to 9 o'clock, we are not outside in the sun. Then how are we getting the Shakti of the sun? So Krishna says, Chaitanya Prabhu says, all the Shakti Krishna is investing inside the holy names. So from morning 4:30 to 9 o'clock, we are always busy with the holy names. From chanting the holy name, we get the moon Shakti, Surya Shakti, all Shakti we get. See, this is the importance of holy names. Please understand, it's not some concocted idea. We say this day, every day we are chanting Shikshashtakam. This sloka we tell every day. So this is what it means. We don't go to the outside sun. Are we going jogging during the chanting time? No, we are sitting here and chanting. No sunlight is touching us. But still we are all so bright. Why? Because the holy names has the Shakti to rejuvenate our body. So this is about the Aruna Bimba Phaladharosha. Then Purunendu Sundara Mukhat. Again full moon. We saw just now. Gaura Purnima, 3-4 days the moon is so full, so nice. You know, you don't have to have 1000 watts bulb or anything. That one bulb Krishna has given light, lamp he has given for the whole world, it can give light. Isn't it? So, Purnendu, Sundara Mukhat, Aravinda Netrat, Krishna's eyes are like the lotus petal of the lotus. Why not rose? Why not jasmine? Why not some other sunflower or other flowers? Why? Why only lotus? No, it grows, where does it grow? In Kichad, right? In muddy waters. But when it grows up, does the lotus ever touch the muddy water? This is the thing. The muddy water is compared to the 3 gunas, the 3 modes. And when the lotus is outside of the 3 modes, like that we should also be outside of the 3 modes. So when you look at Krishna's lotus eyes, they are completely untouched by the 3 gunas. Krishna himself completely, Mam chayo avya bicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Those who are doing avya bichari bhakti, I take them out from the muddy pools of water. That's why his eyes are the lotus. He is completely untouched by the 3 modes. Seeing him, we also will be untouched by the 3 modes. That is when Bhagavatam will reveal itself to us. When we are in our gunas, Bhagavatam will not reveal so much, just semblance, that's all. So our 4:30 to 9 this time is for us to come out of the 3 modes. Then the rest of the day is full of modes, but we will be out of the modes. See? So Aruna Bimba Phaladharoshat, Purnendu Sundara Mukhat, Aravinda Netrat, this Krishna, Krishnat Param, I don't know any other tattva, Aham na jane. Only this tattva I know. It's a beautiful verse. So from this we understand the whole essence of Bhagavatam. All these shlokas. We just have to see Krishna is Uttama Shloka, no? So these shlokas are all non-different from Krishna. Enjoy. These 5 minutes what we are singing and understanding the meaning, no? This moment we are with Krishna. We are completely untouched by matter. We are completely in Krishna consciousness. Does that help, Prabhu? Does that help, Prabhu? I am sorry. I know I have delayed all your... the idea is to change all the schedule.